Today, I want to show you how I took this image and went to this in the click of a button with Adobe Firefly. Let's do it. What's going on? My name is Cole Connor. I'm an artist and entrepreneur, and I was put here to do two things: create and inspire. Thanks for being here. Let's get into it. What's going on? Cole Connor here. Adobe has just changed the game by dropping Firefly, dubbed by Adobe as their creative generative AI engine. Not only is it going to change the game for like lots of creators, lots of people who are already on Photoshop and Lightroom and all this stuff, but for real estate photographers. And today I'm going to show you how I'm going to be using it to edit some photos in the future. They say the way we create will never be the same, and I think it is true. I've been seeing Firefly everywhere for all different types of creators. I've seen it on the Facebook group for real estate photographers, so I wanted to test it out for myself and see how it works. Let's go into the computer and check it out. Okay, so you do have to go into Creative Cloud and download the new Adobe Firefly Photoshop beta. It's super simple. So once you download it, just like Photoshop, you go in, you open it up, you import some images. And what I've done is I've taken some images over the past couple weeks that I've shot that I'm like, I could edit this more intensely, or it could be a lot easier to edit things out, and see how their new AI generative process can help me remove different objects from the real estate photos. Here's the thing, on the terms and conditions, here's what it says. No commercial use. While generative AI features are in beta, all generated output is for personal use only and cannot be used commercially. So I take that to mean if you're creating things with this AI, which I'm not going to be doing in this video, other creators might want to do, but I think for real estate, you don't need to do that unless you're trying to do some sort of virtual staging or something like that. For this today, there's not really a commercial use issue, but just keep that in mind. There could be, because to my knowledge, what they're actually doing is taking a bunch of images from all of our creative clouds and the internet, and that's how they're forming these AI generated things. I'm not super knowledgeable on it, but that's what I understand so far. So anyways, let's get into the first photo. So this could be an example of where technically you are using grass, but I was reading in the real estate photography group, and I agree that there's just not going to be a way to stop people from doing this, or I just don't think, I personally don't see any moral issue with it. But if you do, hey, don't do it. But here's how you do it. Okay. So look at this. We're recording. Okay. So I have the image open. I literally go here to the lasso tool. I'm going all the way around this grass. And I'm not going to go through and do it perfect. But here we go. Boom. Let's even go up here. We'll go close. Circling. Wow. That's my fault. Boom. Generated fill, and then green grass. Let's let it work some magic. I don't know how long this stuff takes other people to do, but for me, I would just clone, this little piece of grass here and then go all the way, whatever. But a lot of times I don't do stuff like that because it just takes me too much time. And I currently do have editors. Whoa. Okay. I currently do have editors that handle little things like that. So I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're using something kind of like this. But anyway, so this is what it does. So obviously you wouldn't want to do this, but it literally created an entire sidewalk. Here's what it's going to do. It's going to give you options. Option 2. So this decided to also create a sidewalk. Option 3. So this just has a dirt trail. So none of this would work, but here's what's interesting. And this is how you can try different things and lassoing different parts to get different results. When I did it earlier, check this out. It went from that to this. So it filled it in quite well here. It looks like there's starting to be an issue when I lasso over here. But if I were to just take this one section instead of do everything and do that, generated fill, green grass, boom. And of course, I'm sure some people in the comments will say something. I don't like to do this in general unless the client is specifically like, hey, we just planted some new grass, it's going to grow back. Because as y'all know, it doesn't look good to change how things actually look. Because when people come out and see the house, they're like, hey, why is the grass not green? Why is all the grass dead? I think that's bad. I think that's bad business on the realtor part to ask someone to do all that. But yeah, that's cool. Okay. So it fills it in a little bit here. Extra, which is cool. So anyways, that's the first example, is green grass. Okay, so this is a problem that I have always had, and now, like I said, I know other people probably have fast, decent ways to do this. In Lightroom, you know, I've cloned it and brushed it, and usually I'll just send them out now because it's so annoying. To me, it's annoying to me. But check this out. So I'm just gonna lasso around me here. To me, this is like the most realistic use case scenario, things like this. Because you're not changing anything. You're not making things different than they are. You're just removing yourself from the photo. So I'm typing remove, generate, let it do its thing. I'm interested if it'll be different like the last one was. How do y'all feel about this AI stuff in general? It's exciting. What was that movie we watched, Knocklin? The Artificial Girl or Artifice? We watched The Artifice Girl the other night, and it was just very interesting about how, like, where this AI stuff could go. I highly recommend checking it out. Okay, so just like before, this is actually showing where there's issues that come into play. So before, when I did it, this is what happened. It completely removed it. Boom, 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 in a great way. I mean, like, I can barely even notice it. You kind of see my reflection here. But that's pretty good. But this time, it put these weird things there. I mean, it looks better than me, but obviously that's not actually there. So let's try remove person. See if it, you know what might be throwing it off here? Let's take this away completely. Then we'll circle here, generative fill. Remove. Boom. Okay, that's what it was, I think. So if you have two generative layers on top of each other, it'll kind of mess it up a little bit. But if you just lasso it one time and type in remove, it's removing it, and it's what it's creating is little different things behind it. So one of them is a door or a cabinet, and it just changes it subtly. I love that. That's super cool. And it's also good to know you can't really do them on top of each other. I should probably know that anyways. So, awesome. Okay, this one is very interesting. All right, so let's say I want to remove this trash can. I'm going to lasso it, generate a field, remove. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm very interested. It's like a mystery game. You just don't know. Okay, interesting. So instead of a trash can now, I mean, I don't even know what that is. It's a bunch of random looking things. It looks a little neater, but that's not really what we want. So let's try something a little more intense here. Let's go. I mean, all this shit, you obviously don't want it here. So let's, I mean, this is a big test. Okay. And then we're going to go remove. Whoa. Holy shit. Wow. Was there even a trash can there? See, that's so interesting. It creates a trash can there. This is pretty good, though. I'm sure some editor could, do better. But how fast that is? Yeah, what's the second version going to be? So it just kind of neatens it up. And then 3. Wow. I mean, yeah, obviously that doesn't make sense as much. But this first one, I feel like it gives you something to work with. So now, I mean, what I could just do is lasso here and see if it could just take out those 2 trash cans, and it's almost like you got an empty garage. So that's pretty powerful. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show y'all. I did the lasso tool, got rid of the car. Look at that. Just by typing in remove. That is insane. So it created all of this. That is wild. And then, look at that. I mean, it did a really good job. Oh, look, it added this blue thing. No idea what that is. But we could just go back in and remove that too. Oh, maybe it's from this AT&T sign. Yeah. It's very interesting how it does this. Because when I took this shot, I was like, I mean, this shot is ruined. It's got this huge pole and it's got this huge car. What am I supposed to do? You're not changing anything on the property. There's nothing negative about it. You're just removing these things that are in the way. And I think that subtly makes our jobs so much easier. I mean, that's pretty cool. So if I go back on here and I just want to like remove that, what's that going to say? Boom. And it removed it just like that. So you can go back in and just continue to make little adjustments here and there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and so like obviously I don't think this would be useful in our scenario, but what people are doing with the generative AI is they're going here, you know, they're clicking that and they're like hot air balloon. So I feel like if you're like a creative and you're a photographer, it could really add to your photos in just like a funky, fun way. Or you can really create dope metaphorical stuff for your Instagram or whatever. There's lots of ways to use it, but yeah, like this is cool. Like you could have fun with your clients and send them a funny one. Yeah, that's fun. And then put here rabbits. That is a big ass rabbit. Yeah, hey. But see, what people are talking about is it just looks like it's actually there. It's the shadows are right, blends in with the grass. It's pretty cool what they've done here. Good job, Adobe. Y'all are killing it. I'm gonna do one more photo really quick for y'all. Let's do okay, we got the lasso tool. So this was a house that I shot that I just felt like really wasn't ready to be shot, but they wanted to anyways. So really, I just want to take this huge pool cleaner out. It's very annoying. Oh, I'm going fast here. All right. Yep. It's crazy. You see that I messed up the drawing here, but I could easily clone that out. And that changes the whole dynamic of the photo. It makes it way better. You're not changing anything crazy. You're not, adding in a bunch of stuff that wasn't really there. Adobe, you've done it. My name is Cole Connor. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know how you felt about this. Do you like it? Are you going to use it? I'm definitely going to be using it. How are you going to use it? Are you going to use it the same way? How do you feel about AI? I'm interested. I want to know. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll catch you next time. Back with a vengeance. No cap, homie, that's what revenge is. I'm a cool cat, but I'm stuck in a race with a motherfucking rat in a pension. Fucking at or a mention. Me and Fat Rag, yeah, we back in the kitchen.
Young soda, master splinter, mathematicians back in position.